Hey everybody, Michael here once again from The Life-Size City. Welcome to the YouTube channel for the series. In the course of filming several seasons of The Life-Size City, most of the people we end up interviewing, that our research team finds for me to interview, are citizens who are taking action. It's very rare that I interview a politician, but in this segment from Medellin, you're going to meet one of the politicians that I personally am most inspired by from anywhere in the world. Now, through my work in urbanism, I get to meet the mayors, the vice mayors, the head of this, the head of that in cities all over the planet. A lot of good people, but there is really just a tiny handful of politicians that I wish so desperately that I could vote for, that were here in my neighborhood. These politicians, man, they do not grow on trees. But this guy in Medellin, his story is amazing, and his legacy as this transformational catalyst character, transforming Medellin from the murder capital of the world to really this urbanist darling still today. Man, this story, it never gets old. You got to check this guy out. And while you're at it, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's go to Colombia. In order to really understand how such an impressive transformation was possible in Comuna 8, and pretty much the entire city, I meet with Sergio Fajardo, one of the key figures in Medellin's Renaissance.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Bien, gracias.
Sergio is a veritable pop star in Medellin, but he doesn't sing and he doesn't dance. This former mathematician is a celebrity because of his legacy in turning the city around. After embarking on an epic 4-year urban pilgrimage, walking the streets, pounding the pavement of his hometown, telling people how he and his non-politician friends wanted to fix Medellin, you know what? He got himself elected mayor. Now, of course, Medellin's astonishing urban transformation was not a one-man show. But Sergio provided the leadership and the impulse for change, allowing citizens to dream again and to reclaim their streets.
I myself, with other people, I've been through all these places. Yeah. I knew how it smelled, how people look like, what happened in there. We knew every square meter in Medellin. We came into power in a city that has been, for decades, suffering about violence. We saw destruction in many senses, but this city did like that, but never collapsed. And we came and we said, we can do things differently. And when we came into power, I always explain this, the way you get into power, that will determine how you will govern. If you pay in order to get into power, then you come to steal. We didn't have to pay anyone. We didn't owe anything to anyone but to the citizens of Medellin. And we began this transformation.
This was a crucial sector for Medellin's renewal. The area was so dangerous that no one would dare to cross it. It was as if a wall divided the city in two. The north, poor and forgotten, and the south, where life was a bit easier. But Sergio and his team weren't in for half measures. They tore down the wall. They connected the city with bold urban projects, multiple parks, a botanical garden, a musical center, and libraries. They created places where people from all walks of life continue to meet.
When you are under poverty or you have extreme conditions, usually they come up with a solution that say, well, whatever you give them, it's something because they have nothing. I said, no, we are going to have the most beautiful things for the humblest people. That's dignity, that's recognition, that's respect. And that touches directly your heart. The people say, my worth is as valuable as anyone's. The buildings can be done. Now, the most beautiful buildings for the humblest people is a political decision. The public space, fighting fear, it's a political decision. It's a way of understanding that we have to connect. This is not an architectural project. This is a mean that expresses the changes of our society. And that's why we talk about social urbanism. So you come to a part of the town and you put simultaneously all the development tools simultaneously. That's very difficult. So in a place, people would start seeing things happening. So that immediately changes people, and we change the culture. We change the spirit of Medellin.
as the politician who laid the foundation for the transformation of the city, and as a citizen of Medellin, are you optimistic about the future, that all this hard work will continue?
I am, and new generations are coming to live in here, so something that was a place for fear, no hope, has been transformed.